Welcome to Get a Clue, Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a game, or sometimes a list. Today we're going to be looking at 10 games that are not roll and writes that have a solo variant to them. There, you can play them solo. Obviously, if you have not been in the gaming world in the last couple years, you might not realize that because of COVID, publishers and designers have realized that there is a big market for two-player games and solo games. But you don't want to just have a game that's just solo. I mean, there is one of those, and that is a killer. In fact, that's going to be my honorable mention because it's been around for a couple years. Let me go grab it because I see it right over there. Hold on. I can grab it one-handed because that's Friday. Yeah, this is a solo-only game. But most games are for multiple players. Like I say, there are several that are two-player, but for the most part, games are for multiple players. And it used to be more like 2 to 4 players or 2 to 5 players. Rarely does it go above that. But and in the last couple of years, we've started seeing a surge of solo variants so that you can play these games on your own. Now, for years, we've known that cooperative games can usually be played solo. You just play 2 players and you work them together to, cooperatively, yourself and yourself, win the game. But these are games that are specifically made for multiples that have a solo variant. And the order that I'm going to give them to you is from the hardest to the simplest, all in the casual game level or ranking. I have games, in fact, I pulled the loop out because it has a solo variant and then went, oh no, it's outside of the casual game level. So we're not going to actually give that one. That's an honorable mention if you want a tougher solo game without it being hugely tough. In fact, I'm looking that my camera here is sitting on top of 2 games that have solo variants, but they are way past the casual level game, and so I'm using them for height on this for this recording. So let's get a clue about 10 games that play well solo, that come, my criteria was they had to come with instructions to show you how to play it solo. I have a couple other honorable mentions. I'll mention, stupid tray table, that I'll try and remember to mention at the end of this video. And my question to you is, what other game might you know about that I don't mention in this video that is a good solo game? I might just not have it yet, and I'd love to hear your suggestions. So anyway, besides subscribing, liking the video, and clicking that bell to know when I put up a new video, and even without the bell, I'll tell you, I usually schedule them Monday, Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, USA time. So, yeah, put that on your calendar, Mondays and Thursdays. Okay, so our number 10, which, like I say, none of these comes close to the high end of casual. The most complex game I have is on this list. Number 10 is Calico. Isn't that adorable? I just did a video on Calico. So check back last week or the week before, I did a video on Calico and tell you all about it. On it, you're making quilts that and trying to make them in a way to get the maximum points to fulfill the 3 goals that are on your quilt, plus add as many cats to sleep on your quilt, and little tokens for the color tokens that also, depending on your layout, you can get extra points that way. So basically you're making a quilt, but it's a puzzly game, and I've played it solo and it's a puzzle game. I didn't get a great score, but I managed to complete 2 of my goals doubly and 1 singly. So I thought that was pretty good. So there you have it, Calico number 10. Number 9 is my biggest box, and it is Tiny Towns in the biggest box. Tiny Towns, you are building a town. Basically, you're creating sets and placing them, little cubes, in certain configurations. And once you've completed a configuration that matches one of the buildings, you are able to take off those cubes and put that building on one of those spots that you had a cube on. And you continue doing that to create your town. And basically, that's the game of Tiny Towns. Again, it's another one. Oh, both of these are AEG games. Both of them are AEG. Don't ask me. I can never remember what the AE. Oh, Alderac Entertainment Group. Alderac Entertainment Group, AEG. So there you have it. Number 9, Tiny Towns. Number 8. Oops. Let's not open the box. Number 8 is Village Green. Again, it's a puzzle game where you are you're drafting cards and creating a central park slash Village Green. Think all those British shows that take place in those little villages in England. They all have this central Village Green, and what you're doing is you're collecting certain trees and features, gazebos and fountains and just plain grass and all, and you're trying to create complete other goals. You have columns have a goal, and each row has a goal, and you're trying to draft cards that will complete those goals for the maximum points at the end of the game. And that is, ooh, shiny, shiny, Village Green. It's an Osprey game, and like I said, a game of pretty gardens and petty grudges. But solo, it's all about puzzling. And number 7, grab this over here. Number 7 is Cascadia, another AEG. Wow, AEG likes to do these. AEG and Flat Out Games does Cascadia, and this again is a puzzle game. I like puzzle games, so a lot of my games are puzzle games. And here you are drafting tiles and little animal tiles, or little dots with animals on them, and you are placing them in your habitat, and you're placing the animals on one of these hexagons that has a comparable terrain for them. Their picture will be on the tile if it's a good terrain for them, and so you can only place those animals on terrain that has a picture of them already on it. So basically, this is 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, but as a solo, you are competing against yourself, trying to get the highest score. The truth is, I have not played this one solo yet. No, I've only played it two-player. And I have not been telling you how long these usually last, but most of them, and I'm looking, yeah, most of them are around 45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes, depending on how quickly you make decisions. So up to now, they've all been about 45 minutes. Let's just give you that. If you end earlier, you're happier. But number 7 is Cascadia. Number 6 is, I think, my newest one on this, on all of these, and that is Dice Miner. I just did a video about this 3 days ago. I gave you a clue about Dice Miner, and it's basically a lot of dice, a mountain, and you are trying to create the best combination of these dice to get the most points at the end of the game. And it's played in 3 rounds, at least the solo play is. I have not played it multiple, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 rounds even for multiple players. But for a solo player, it's 3 rounds for sure, and there's lots of different ways of playing it. I've only played it on the simplest level, then there's a standard level, and then there are campaign levels. So there's lots of different things to kind of scratch your itch in a game. I'm going to have to discover them little by little on my own. And so this is Dice Miner, very new for me. I think all of these games, I was looking at them and I'm here going, holy cow, I think they're all of them, maybe Tiny Towns. I'm not sure when Tiny Towns came out, but I think the rest of them all came out within 2019 and 2022. All of them. In fact, I'm trying to think, I don't think any of them came out in 2022. So they're all within 2019 and 2021. In a 2-3 year period, all of these wonderful games came out. So this is number 6, Dice Miner. Number 5, beautiful game, small box, easy to take around, but it's got a little bit of a thinkiness to it, and but it does look beautiful. It's basically cards. I mean, 99% of it is cards. You do have some cardboard stones, and you do have some wooden flowers. Each person gets 3 of those wooden flowers to place at the not these at the top. They're not showing those cards. Okay, I play this a lot solo. It's very easy to pull out and play. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to mention Village. Yeah, Dice Miner came out. It's by Atlas Games. Floriferous is by Pencil First and What's Games, but Pencil First, and it's really a beautiful card game. You are creating combinations. There are goals that will give you extra points. You might choose one that you get 2 points for every pink flower, or 3 points for every ladybug, but you can combine them. The same card can be used for to complete different things. So you draft cards very carefully to try and end up with the best combinations that you can come up with, and that is Floriferous. Number 5. Number 4. It took me a year to get my hands on this one because it was a Kickstarter, sold out immediately, and then had to wait for another reprint, another Kickstarter, and another reprint. And this one is called Canvas. At some point, this will probably end up on my wall over here because it has a little hanging hole here, I'll decide. Maybe I'll just prop it in front of one of the shelves. But anyway, Canvas is a beautiful, beautiful game. It comes with this sticker, and I put the sticker on this side so that, you could put it on whichever side you wanted, but I figured on this side, if I hung it on the wall, it wasn't showing on these two sides, and this side already has it, the top already has it. Again, this is a quicker game. This is not quite as long as those others, which basically are, actually Floriferous isn't a very long one either. I'd say about a half hour for Floriferous and about a half hour for Canvas. In this, I'm pretty sure I've done a video on this one. You have these translucent tiles, the cards, and you're going to match 3 of them together to create the painting, the artwork that gets you the most points with certain goals. For instance, here's an example on the back. You have 3 of these with a background. You put them all together, and this is what shows at the bottom, which gets you points, depending on what the goals are that you're going after. So it is a beautiful game, gorgeous. I mean, look at this. And it's a very simple game to get into. I mean, by now we're at number 4. We're talking so easy to really learn and play. So that is number 4, Canvas. Number 3 is my current favorite game anyway. So, and I've played it so many times solo, because it has a solo mode, but because it is my favorite game, right? And it has been for about a year. And it is Kohaku. Kohaku, you are drafting tiles and making your own koi pond. Half of the tiles are koi fish and half of them are features. The features could be flowers or rocks or a frog or a turtle or a statue. It can be butterflies, but the koi fish are basically a combination of 4 colors: white, black, yellow, and red. And so depending on what you have, plus the dragonflies and the baby fish can give you extra points if you place that tile next to the appropriate feature. And so it's just a light puzzly game, and it's very pretty. I mean, look at that. It's just very pretty. And again, this one, I keep on forgetting to mention who makes these these games. Canvas was made by R2I Games. R2I Games. Literally R2I Games. And this one is made by 25th Century. I know this because it's been my favorite game all year. 25th Century, I believe, is based in Atlanta, from what I could research and find out. But it is a wonderful, simple, pretty, puzzly game that can easily be played by one. Not easily won in the hard setting, but I always check the light, the easy, medium, and hard, and I always beat the easy level, mostly beat the medium level, but not often do I beat the hard level. But I still love this game. Kohaku, that is number 3. Number 2 is a game that is very understated. It is, I'll tell you right now, this is a very heavy box because it is full of different little shapes, Tetris shapes, polyomino shaped tiles that are bright colors. Each shape is a different color, and you can see here samples of a pile of those, but you will start with a yellow and a green. Yellow is a 1 square and green is a 2 square. You start with those 2 tiles, and you start getting these tiles and fitting these little things inside of them and winning more of them so that you can build more and more complicated tiles that are worth more and more points so that you can win. So that is Project L. Beautiful. Those Tetris shaped tiles, polyomino shaped tiles, are a nice hard plastic, very similar to Bakelite. You know, so and it has that beautiful smooth feel to them, and the bright colors against the black background. It's a beautiful game. It's a simple game as well. It's easy, and I'm almost 99% sure I've done a video on this one already, so you can check that one out. It's a very understated box, very understated, but when you open it up and you get it out on the table, it draws people because it is that good and that pretty. And that was number 2. Number 1, the easiest out of all of these games that can be played solo, is Herbaceous. Herbaceous for Americans, herbaceous for those who speak the Queen's English instead of the American English. And this again is a card game by, let me see, oh, I didn't tell you. See, I am really bad at acknowledging the the publishers, and there's so little on this box. Board Cubator. Okay, game concept. Okay, Board Cubator. Looks like that might be the name of the publisher. Okay, never heard of them before, but wow, did they come up with a good game. Okay, Herbaceous. The reason why I thought of the publisher is because it's by the same people as Floriferous, but this is herbs. It's done by Pencil First and Watts Game. But look at those beautiful cards. Again, it's a card game. 97% of it is the cards, and then you have just these little cardboard things, and that's basically it. But you're making sets of different herbs to complete these 4 containers that you're trying to create. I have talked about this on other videos. Basically, one of the sets, you want to have the most of one type of herb, and the other one you want to have pairs of different herbs, and another one you want to have as many different kind of herbs, and the final one is any 3 herbs, but if they have a number 1, 2, and 3 on them, you get extra points. So yeah, you're kind of looking for those as well. So that is Herbaceous, number 1 out of this top 10. And just to give you a quick overview, let's go down that list again. Number 10, Calico. Number 9, Tiny Towns. Number 8, Village Green. Number 7, Cascadia. Number 6, Dice Miner. Number 5, Floriferous. Number 4, Canvas. Number 3, Kohaku. Number 2, Project L. And number 1, Herbaceous. From the most complicated to the simplest, yet none of them is more difficult than a medium light. Okay, so there you have it. 10 solo games that are not roll-and-writes. I'm looking over there, and I have 4 roll-and-writes that I've gotten since I made that last list of solo roll-and-writes, and I'm here like, nope, not in this list. So there you have it, 10. Oh, I was going to mention 2 honorable mentions. Up here, you get that arm. You get Century Spice Road, and actually downstairs, because I'm about to go on vacation. By the time you see this, I'll be back. But I'm taking Splendor with me because I think I can get people to play that, and it's a simple game. Both Century Spice Road and Splendor have a solo mode variant created by fans, and I play both of those games a lot solo using the cards that I've created from the fan based variants. And if you're interested in Splendor or Century Spice Road, and you have it or you've played it and you want to know how to play it solo, put something in the comments below, and I can give you the step-by-step directions on how to find it and how to print it out and how to use them. So there you have it, another list. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention this. The reason I did a list today was because today, this very video is my 100th video that I have put up onto this channel about getting a clue about games. My 100th video in less than a year. Wow. I started in October of 2021, and this you'll be seeing this in August of 2022. So I still have a little while until I get to the annual celebration, but I wanted to have a list, something special for the 100th video. So again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and like this video. If you're subscribed or not, like the video. It will show it up more to others. Give other people a chance to get a clue about 10 great solo, casual level, entry level, fun, easy games that can be played solo. And there you have it. Until next time, happy gaming, and God bless you and your family. Bye.